Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody, welcome. Hope y'all having a good Sunday.
Yes, indeed.
We about to get into this topic real quick. Naomi Campbell
Yeah,
basically talking about her affiliations with Epstein and all that situation. So when y'all get in here, make sure y'all smash that like button. Subscribe if y'all haven't already.
exactly. Can you, yo, am I coming in clear?
Yeah,
Yo, oh, I am.
yeah,
Okay,
you are now.
okay. Yeah, let us know if everything good. All
Yeah.
right,
So make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Thanks for tuning in. We about to get into this.
all right. So we have Naomi Campbell finally breaking her silence about the Epstein, her involvement with Epstein, and her affiliation with Epstein, Ghislaine, and that whole thing. Naomi Campbell is like the gatekeeper for the modeling agencies, for the modeling industry. So she did a lot of meeting with Epstein over the years, like between I think it was like 2000, 2005 through 2008 or 9, somewhere around there. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. Make sure y'all double tap the screen to like this video, and she definitely within the out like went through the files. And there's a lot of correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein, assistant, and Naomi Campbell, sending emails back and forth about meeting for dinner, hotel, certain events, fashion events. So she was on a flight logs pretty heavy with Bill Clinton and Kevin Spacey and all them other figures that's in the files. So yeah, let's get into this shit, man. So she did an interview speaking out about her affiliation with Jeffrey Epstein, which we're gonna get into. All right, all right. So I guess let me do this real quick because I want to go over these emails. Hold on. Let me see. Oh shit. Okay. Hey, where's All right. My let's see if I can pull this shit up. Hold on. It's not letting me click on nothing. This is crazy. All right, I'm gonna have to restart my browser real quick. I'm gonna have to yeah, I'm gonna have to be yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, so y'all know Naomi Campbell definitely been on those flight logs. Been on those flight logs for some time now. We seen Bill Clinton name on there with hers on multiple occasions. Multiple occasions. So we don't even know, the real deal why she was dealing with Epstein, like the real cause. So we about to get into a little short interview where she briefly mentioned she don't really go into details, of course not, but she definitely was one of the names that was mentioned. When you heard Epstein, you heard Naomi Campbell's name and you heard Bill Clinton's name a lot. And they seen, we don't really know how deep everything went with them as far as, what they was doing when they was on those flights, where exactly they were going all the time. Because we heard other names on there like Chris Tucker and all them, and they was all on there around the same time. So We don't even know what was actually going on with them, but we know what was going on with Epstein for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing in a nutshell. So if Epstein was on there with them, and Naomi Campbell was on there with them, so they was up
All
to
right,
no
my back.
good.
Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, you clear.
All right, all right. Let me
Yeah, they was up to no good. I see some people say they was partying. Yeah, they was doing more than some partying.
all right, facts.
If you want to call it that, if you want to call abuse and experimentation and all types of weirdo stuff they was doing, if you want to call that partying.
All right, facts.
And we gotta
All
see
right,
what
so
she about to say
all right,
on some.
Naomi Campbell did, you know, a, an interview with this is called the OC Shorts. So let's go ahead and get into this real quick. So she addressed, Epstein and her involvement with Epstein, how she, came, to meet him and all this shit. So let's get into this. Let me know if this come in clear.
Epstein activities. You were not aware of Epstein activities. Did you know who he
Yeah, it's
was?
clear.
Yes, I knew him.
Okay.
I was introduced to him on my 31st birthday by my ex-boyfriend, Flavio. He was always front and center at Victoria's Secret shows.
Did you suspect what he was doing?
No. And what he's done is indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else, because I've had my fair share of sexual predators. And thank God that I had good people around me that protected me from this. I mean, right now I stand with the victims. I can't, they're scarred for life. For life.
Thank you for sitting down with me, Naomi, and let me talk to you today. But I'm not happy about the subject. I've known you for some time, so I know it's important to hear your point of view on the Mail on Sunday. How do you feel?
I was shocked by this article in Mail on Sunday. I've always said that I'm not a saint, that I am a work in progress, but I will not be held hostage by my past. Passion for Relief is something that came to my mind in 2005. We started with Hurricane Katrina. We've helped the floods in Japan. We've worked with the great association Save the Children. We worked with Sarah Brown, the former Prime Minister's wife, Gordon Brown's wife, White Women Alliance, maternal health, Ebola crisis, the floods in UK. I mean, it goes on. I'm not going to stop. And I won't be undermined or have my team be undermined for all the wonderful and great work and for all the people that have collaborated and supported the cause that Passion for Relief chooses each year.
Why would anyone be surprised to hear that you're being honored as a humanitarian?
I mean, it was, again, very disappointing to hear and to see the way they wrote about that, to focus on the negative and say this is a vanity charity. There's no vanity about it.
Do you think it's fair to draw you into the Charles Taylor story when you were only a witness? After all, the picture they used clearly shows someone cropped from it. Presume that was President Mandela?
Yes, I do think it's unfair. For me, it's a distorted piece of journalism, and I do love great journalism. But this is a direct character assassination, and it belongs in like an Orwell book.
If a story like this doesn't take into account the person being interviewed, does it then become fake news?
Well, it's pretty one-sided, and I don't want to get into that phrase, but I feel if you don't give the person the chance to speak for themselves and respond, I mean, this is a pretty established newspaper. You should give the person the right to respond to what your allegations are.
The paper does manage to make it clear that you were not aware of Epstein activities. Did you know who he was?
Yes, I knew him. I was introduced to him on my 31st birthday by my ex-boyfriend, Flavio. He was always front and center at Victoria's Secret shows.
Did you suspect what he was doing?
No. And what he's done is
Hold on.
indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like every.
So you mean to tell me she didn't know nothing about what Epstein was doing? Where it's clearly pictures of her at parties with Epstein, where there looks like there's younger women there with her with Gaislene and all that. So she mean to tell me she ain't all between all that flying back and forth on his private jet, using his private jet for her own personal business. You mean to tell me she ain't know nothing about that?
She was on
Nothing.
that flight log like 20 something times, wasn't she?
Yep.
She was on majority of those flight logs. Like her name and Bill Clinton name showed up a lot too. Even Kevin Spacey
Yeah.
name showed up a couple of times. But Naomi Campbell's name was always on there. So I highly doubt that she didn't know what was going on. And just look at her
Yep.
eyes. You could tell she just look. You know how they say the eyes is the window to the souls? Look at her eyes.
Yeah.
You
Right,
could tell she's seen and did some shit. Like you could just look at her, like that energy all around her. You could just feel it. You could when
right,
she talk, you could tell it's all scripted. She's only scratching the surface. Like she's not going to tell. Of course she's not going. She's saying what you would expect her to say
right. She
right
ain't
now.
gonna tell on
But you can
herself if
look
she
at her.
was
Just look in
involved.
this woman's eyes. Just look in
Hmm.
this woman's eyes as she talks about Epstein and all of that.
Right.
Look at the
Y'all double
coldness. I
tap the
wouldn't be
screen.
surprised if she orchestrated all that. I wouldn't be surprised if she was the one that orchestrated a lot of it.
Well, you gotta think about it. She was the gatekeeper for models coming into the industry. You know what I'm saying? She's a gatekeeper to that whole modeling world. So she introduced Epstein to a lot of women through the modeling agencies. See what I'm saying? So
Right,
you catch my meaning? Let's get
right.
into it.
Anybody else, because I've had my fair share of sexual predators, and thank God that I had
Yeah, she
good
probably
people
a
around me
victim
that
herself to
protected
the
me
industry.
from this.
Yeah,
I
let
mean,
me
right now
add
I
that.
stand.
Let me add that because she came in the game when she was younger, so she's also a victim of that industry as well, but
And then became a
also turned
perpetrator.
predator. Yeah, then became a
But that's
predator.
all of them, though. All of them
Right.
are all of them. Even probably Epstein and
Hmm.
Geese Lane themselves were probably victims at first.
Right.
Like that's
Right.
that's that's just what it is. Yeah. Sometimes in their own family bloodlines, they be having the ritual abuse going on,
Yeah, that's a fact.
and
With
it
the
basically
victims,
mold them into being the ultimate predator when it comes to orchestrating these types of freaky ass events.
Right. Let me bring it back a little bit. Let's see.
Did you know who he was?
yes, I knew him. I was introduced to him on my 31st birthday by my ex-boyfriend Flavio. He was always front and center at Victoria's Secret shows.
Did you suspect what he was doing?
No. And what he's done is indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else, because I've had my fair share of sexual predators. And thank God that I had good people around me that protected me from this. I mean, right now I stand with the victims. I can't, they're scarred for life. For life.
How many people do you think you have rubbed shoulders with, as a Mail on Sunday put it?
I've rubbed shoulders with hundreds of thousands of people. I mean, I find it extraordinary that of all the hundreds of thousands of people that I've stood next to take a picture at a public event, they've only chosen these few. It's going to be very difficult to be photographed at public events because you're going to think if you do take a picture, it's going to be taken out of context and used in a negative way. So it's going to be sad for everybody.
Has this article made you think differently about the state of journalism today? And did you think this one-sided way of reporting could then be considered sinister?
Yes, I do. I mean, as I've said, I've met some great journalists and writers and done some great interviews over the years. If anyone who saw me do Newsnight with Emily, I mean, they were tough questions, and I don't mind being asked tough and strong questions. What Emily did was stand-up journalism. That's an example for me as a stand-up journalist. Straightforward, tough questions, and I was happy to answer them. I cannot put this in the same boat and say this is journalism, especially as I was not given the chance to respond. It's not what I would have expected.
What would your conclusion be about this article?
Let's call it for what it is. This is a character assassination, and we can all read between the lines and know why they keep coming at me, but I will not lay down and let that happen. The frightening conclusion here is that if the negative action of your neighbor, colleague, or even an associate can somehow make you guilty too, simply by association, then we indeed live in very worrying times. This affects us all. It is wrong, it's unfair, and it must be stopped.
All right, so that conclude that we got to get into this other thing as well. But before we do that, let me do this real quick because I got to pull up these
How many of y'all
emails.
feel like she lying? If y'all think Naomi's lying, tap 111. If y'all think that she lying, cause I'm gonna be real with you. I don't believe nothing that this woman say.
All right,
Now, of course, we have to allege all this, cause of course they removed all that shit from the Epstein files, all the videos they probably had of Naomi bringing in the models and stuff, feeding them to Epstein and Epstein's crew. Of course, they're gonna erase all that shit out of the files before it get released to the public.
all right,
They just have her name in there, talking about she was on the flights and they did a little work in Africa and they did a little work, in New Orleans. They did a little like she trying like she was just doing all humanitarian work with Epstein and shit.
Right. So here's some emails corresponding with Jeffrey Epstein, assistant Epstein, and a lot of meeting up going on. A lot of things is going on for us with her interacting with Epstein. So let me get to these. Hold on. Make sure y'all double tap the screen, please, to like this video. Definitely appreciate it.
Ryan James said 111, but she's a better liar than Bill Gates. Yeah, she is a better liar
About
than Bill
Gates.
Gates. Yeah,
About Gates.
she is a better liar than Bill Gates.
Right.
She seemed like she got her act together when it comes to sticking to the script. Bill, on
Right.
the other hand, you could tell when he's lying. He got all the gestures, all the and
The
yeah,
FDA.
yep. You could tell when he lying. But she says her shit with a straight poker face, cold eyes.
We blanking. Right.
Barely any body language. Extremely stiff and cold, like she's just
Right.
some robotic. Like she got the appearance of someone who got abused a lot and did a lot of abuse. Like you could tell, it's just like that whole industry hardened her. Even though
Yeah. Right.
they act like, oh yeah, they're humanitarians and all that, but when you really look into these people's eyes, they soulless as hell.
Right.
They be all them people that you go on Wikipedia and look up all the people that's so-called philanthropists.
Right.
Majority of those people be wicked as hell. Majority of
Right.
them be wicked as hell because they like to act like they helping humanity, but really they be behind some of the most horrifying things,
Right.
behind the scenes. But they make it, as a cover, like, oh, we building schools, we building hospitals, we giving aid to people, we bringing food to other countries. But then you go to those countries and they tell you, well, our babies ended up missing and we got sick after they gave us the medicine, and like they tell you a completely different story when you go to those places that they've been at. Like you go to the certain school over there in Africa, like yeah, some of the girls was abused and some of the girls went missing. I ain't even gonna say who, I mean, them African schools. We already know that.
Yeah.
We already know
Thanks
the
for the
name behind that.
it's time for some street justice. Appreciate the gifts. Shout out to y'all that's supporting, man. We appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna go over some of these emails real quick. So these are the emails I snapshotted from out the files of her
Harpo.
corresponding back and forth with Jeffrey Epstein. So all right, so this one at the top says, please call Naomi right away. She says she really needs to speak to you. She has results and she is going to be okay. Y'all can take with that what y'all want. I don't know what they mean by that. All right, it says, hi, Naomi. Jeffrey is looking to speak with you. Could you please give him a call on his cell phone or office line? All right, the next one is Naomi is following up on using the plane. So this is Naomi wanting to use Jeffrey Epstein's private plane for our own personal use. So it says Naomi is is following up on using the plane. She says she spoke with you about this and she hopes you can call her soon. She needs to know. So that's her wanting to use Epstein's plane.
That was Naomi's plane.
They said that was
She
Naomi's
used
plane.
that shit so much. She was on so many of those
Right.
flight logs. You would think that she owned that plane.
Right.
For real. That's how you know she lying. You mean to tell me you ain't know nothing that this man was doing? That you been on his damn.
She
You been on at least 50 of those flight logs that been released to the public.
listen, Naomi was running them. She was running those motherfuckers, man. The power of the PUSSY and her access to a lot of women. She was definitely an asset to them. Naomi was an asset to them, bro. All right, so the next email is Larry. Jeffrey is asking if you can find a charter for Naomi to go from New York to Miami tonight and fly back Saturday or Sunday. So there you go again. asking for a plane for Naomi Campbell to fly back and forth. All right, so let me see. The next email is Naomi Campbell. Oh, hold on, let me go back real quick. All right, it says Naomi has called back twice, now saying she doesn't have any backup plan, and she really thought for you for this would work. She really thought from you this would work. Says she booked a hotel in a car, a driver, and mentioned something about mom. Blank's mom. They redacted the name of this person. Blank's mom. She is wondering if the plane could take you where we are going and then go back to get her and take her where she needs to be. So there it is again using the plane. The plane again. She is certainly I can't even see what that word is. Oh, she is certainly fretting on this hopes, and you will call that hope that you will call her. So this is Naomi again. That plane, bro. She got access to, endless access to Jeffrey Epstein's plane,
They call
basically.
it the Lolita Express. That shit should be
Yeah.
called Naomi's Express. Cause she the one doing all the delivering on them motherfuckers.
All right. So this is this other email. It says Naomi is with her architect who has been on the flight at 5 o'clock. She needs to spend time with him. She says she will try to get back uh after he leaves. So this is Epstein trying to get with Naomi, but Naomi is with the architect and shit. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, this is a lot of correspondence back and forth with Naomi and then the goddamn Epstein. This nigga Epstein, bro. You know what I'm
Epstein
saying?
say
So
no niggas on this island though. Didn't he say no
that's all bullshit.
that was BS. They
Yeah,
try to say there was no
yeah,
black people. Like he didn't want no black women on the island.
right,
But Naomi's all up in
right,
there.
right,
I guess she's not considered. She's probably not even considered. She's probably just not even considered like she's a league in her own when it comes to Epstein. She's not black. She's not white. She's not nothing. She's just a cash cow.
right.
So of course he gonna allow her on there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. All
Cause
right, so
she's
we
she's
gotta get
doing
into
all
this.
the and plus, they love keeping niggas around just in case if they have to feed them to the masses real quick.
Right,
For some reason, it seemed like Epstein got fed to the masses in Geese Lane. We still don't
right.
really know exactly how that happened.
Exactly.
To tell you the truth, nobody really knows exactly
Well,
how
Gaislene.
that went
Well,
down.
yeah. Well, Gaislene was introduction to, like she said, her boyfriend had access to Epstein and Gaislene and them. So after she got in the club with Epstein and them, you see a lot of Naomi going everywhere with Gaislene and shit. Like wherever Gaislene was at, Naomi was tagging along. Yo, we need y'all to double tap the screen and like this video. We definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. While you're here, double tap the screen to thumbs up this video. Um, so we're gonna get into this interview that Sean Atwood conducted with one of Naomi Campbell's models, Barbara. I guess her name is Staying off. So we're gonna get into this, man.
Somebody said Gays lean. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, Ghislaine, right?
Oh
Ghislaine.
man,
I don't call her Ghislaine. I call her
yeah,
Ghislaine.
Gays
I
lean.
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't call her Ghislaine. I've been calling her Ghislaine. Yeah, I don't call it. I don't call it Ghislaine. Hell no. What's his name? Ghislaine.
Yeah, who the fuck is that? Gays lean. Who the fuck is
Right,
that?
right. His name Ghislaine. Hell no. Call that bitch no
Yo,
Ghislaine. It's
I don't
Naomi
trust no
Wild.
Naomi. I feel like
Yeah,
Naomi was Geese Lane's assistant. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like she the one that did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Right.
It's just a case of something did
Well,
go down. Like we said, they just throw her under the bus, but for some reason it didn't
yeah,
happen like
well, you know, Ghislaine was the door for Epstein into the Mossad and all, because who her dad was. Her dad was well connected and all that. So, you know, he had ties with the CIA and MI6 and all of them. So she was the one that was the connect. And that's how he got introduced to all these other different people and shit. But he, you know, he was put on by the Rockefellers and all them too. So
yeah.
I don't buy
Right.
that whole school. I don't buy that school teacher shit. I think he was already connected in. I mean, they just threw us that whole rags to riches story of him becoming him being a math teacher and moving up and like being recruited. Like, yeah, that's all that rags to riches story that they like to give these motherfuckers when they propping them up. You see what I'm saying?
Didn't he say himself that he worked with the Rockefellers?
Yeah, he worked
He said
directly
that in
with
the
David
interview. Yeah, he
Rockefeller.
worked
Yeah,
directly with the
in
Rockefellers.
Trilateral Commission.
Yeah,
And he was 30 years old when he got recruited by David Rockefeller to join the Trilateral Commission. He was
right.
30 years old. So he was already connected. I don't even know if he was dealing with Ghislaine then during that time. I think Ghislaine came after that. I think he was a little older when he started dealing with Ghislaine. So because you could tell in the pictures of the time when he was with Ghislaine, he was a little older than the time when he was in his 30s. You know what I'm saying? It was, you could tell that the age difference and shit. So he was already connected in with them niggas. Yeah, I mean, before he even got to Ghislaine. But Ghislaine, you know, she's not from America. She's from over there. So that's his entry and his gateway to access to different parts over there is through this Ghislaine chick. So you could pretty much interviewing a former model that was part of Naomi Campbell, and she's talking about Naomi and Diddy and Epstein and shit, and her involvement in with them, because she's a victim. She says she's a victim as well. So we're gonna get into that. All right, before we get into that, let's get into this quick commercial. This video is sponsored by nightandayherbals.com.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
If you would like to support us, please shop at nightandayherbals.com, where we sell natural, high quality products, natural herbal products for skin, hair. We also have CBD as well. So make sure y'all check us out at nightandayherbals.com. The link is in the description and the QR code in the corner. If you want to get to the shop through another device, the QR code is right there. So let's go ahead and get into this interview with Sean Atwood and this Barbara Stanoff, former model. All right.
Ain't no volume on that John. Nah.
Damn. All right, let me share it again. All right, hold on, y'all. Sometimes the fucking StreamYard, the sound go out.
Naomi Campbell.
Naomi Gamble,
Gable.
Gazelles, Ghislaine.
Gazelle.
All right. Make sure y'all double tap the screen like this video. Let's get it.
So the stories that he used, offers of creating work with Victoria's Secrets and stuff like that with the models, was that something that you heard him use?
Yes. So all the Victoria's Secret models were there at the parties with the men. So they invite the models so they can be there for the men. Then they go in other rooms and do whatever they want to do. They have sex, whatever they're doing. You know why they're there. Then the women, they'll come out, they get Chanel bags or their apartments paid for. They get bigger jobs. I was never a big Victoria's Secret model on the runway because I didn't sleep with anybody.
I mean, I think looking into that world, people are asking, you know, what did you want? Where's the free will, all the choices and things like this? You're chasing fame. You're hungry as a model. And you're in a room with people that you find out down the road are monsters, but those are the people that can make things happen. That's the difference between, you know, small time and catapulting to success. Now, did you feel like you were in a certain group of individual who started to see the true intentions of what having girls like you and models around for these individuals were? Obviously, you've talked about these hidden rooms and girls that you know, sleep with these individuals. You weren't part of that scene, and did you find that it made them try harder, or did it make them back off when you were?
No, they tried harder, and the men were also trying with me. Like when and then there was a point where I wasn't with my fiance anymore, and I was at these events without him, and all his friends were hitting on me, and they were trying to drug my drink. They were trying to push me into having sex with them, and they said, well, you're not with your fiance anymore, what's the problem? I said, no, I'm not interested.
See, that's the thing, they be spiking them drinks, you know what I mean, and putting shit in bottles and spiking drinks and handing them to them and dumping, you know, roofies and ecstasy and all types of
Didn't
great
they claim
drugs.
Diddy was doing that too?
Yeah, Diddy was said you might wake up, you know, you might not wake up in the what'd he say, like a day? Remember he was on whose show was he on when he said that? He was bragging about that shit, saying spending
I don't know. It was like some
starting money.
auction shit that they was talking about. Diddy was trying to auction himself off to the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody said Naomi was cool with Weinstein. Yeah, Weinstein was another one that was you know, one of her handlers. Was Harvey Weinstein.
I know exactly what they're doing. This is how the operation works. How the operation works is you become their sex slave until you're old. After 30, you're old. After 25, you're actually old. That's what they do. You become their sex slave. They're looking for wives to be their sex slaves to participate in group sex.
It's a classic.
No, then you have to participate in group sex.
Okay.
So a lot of my friends that were in with these men had to participate in group sex.
Which is exactly what we've heard coming out of the Diddy case being reported on. It's exactly what we heard about the lore and rumors behind what goes on the island and Epstein and these events.
If you're not participating or you're not going to these bars, you don't work. You're not working. You can't work. You're not relevant. So you have to go. You have to participate. And when I was there and I saw all the women participating and defecating on the tables with a famous photographer, shooting them underneath the glass tables while they're defecating so they can stay relevant and have their jobs. That's how that operation works.
Yeah, it's the shaming and the what can we do drunk with power mindset of these evil individuals. It's frightening. Anything you want to throw over to Barb at this point, Sean? Any questions?
Yeah, Barbara. I mean, the viewers are just absolutely amazed.
I have got a narrative, so don't jump too quick into the viewer stuff. It was just in case there was any points you wanted to expand on there, because I want to go through some points here. I don't want to derail it, so just bear with us. Side chat, bear with us.
So the viewers are absolutely amazed by your testimony, Barbara, and you're a really powerful speaker. Now, you know, you're talking about all these women at these parties and stuff. What Maxwell's in jail for and what was alleged against Epstein was that minors were involved. Would they have hidden that, or would they have had minors in open sight?
No, they were there. There were young girls there. I know. I saw young girls there, definitely under 16. Definitely. Wow. Listen, you're old after the age of 18 for Epstein. We all knew that. Everybody knew that. You're too old after 18. They just have these side women, like models like Giselle and all these girls. It's like the front, like they're the front, you know, they have like their girlfriends, but they also have like, you know, side younger girls, like 15, 14-year-olds. So So I'm just basically like the side piece. I'm just showing them that they have a girlfriend and I'm the beautiful model. And then on the side, they have the young ones that they, have sex with.
Yeah.
So are they protected by the local authorities because they're so wealthy? I mean, when Maria Farmer told us her story, she went through some horrific things and she called the cops. And the cops said, well, our deputies are already out there. They're protecting the premises. They're like bodyguarding the premises. That was for Wexner. So is there a relationship with the local authorities so that these guys can get away with these things?
Yes, in New York. In New York, yes. New York is very corrupt, as we know. New York, listen, everything's run by money. If you pay people off, they're going to do it. What do they care?
And what about Naomi Campbell? We've heard so many stories about her. Weinstein. She just appears everywhere.
She is everywhere. She actually has an island.
Well, shit. Hold on.
And have
She
you been
has
to
an
the
island.
island? Have you?
Oh, so she's saying Naomi Campbell has her own
No, I've never.
island. She has her own island. Hey, man, it's possible. It's possible. I'm going to go on limit and say I believe it because she's the gatekeeper of the modeling world. She's one of the gatekeepers. So, yeah. Yeah.
No, but I've been invited. So my agency wanted me to do a Pirelli calendar. It's called Pirelli. Do you know the brand? It's a very exclusive brand, Pirelli. All the big models did it, Naomi, all these big models. But what I've heard, what happens is when there's an up and coming girl like myself that is not an established model like Naomi, I was like on the up and coming. I said, I am not doing that calendar because once you get on that boat and you're stuck on that boat for a week, who knows what in the world they're going to do for you, to you. I was on a job with Georgina and some other top models in the early 2000s. We were shooting for Harper's Bazaar. We were shooting with I forgot the photographer. He was disgusting. They sent me home because I didn't participate and do cocaine. I was a very young girl. And since I didn't participate and do cocaine, they sent me home. So it was things like that I had to deal with.
Did you hear any stories about Naomi's island?
Yes. So Naomi Campbell is also Diddy's, she's the godfather to all his children. And my friend was human trafficked by a Naomi Campbell. I had to go rescue my friend many, many times in New York City at her apartment at 5, 6 in the morning. When I went to rescue my friend, Naomi and my girlfriend would have needles stuck all on their necks because an acupuncturist would come to her house at 5 in the morning after partying all night at these parties that they would have in New York. And they would fix her lymph glands because when you're doing a lot of drugs, your lymph glands get they get clogged. So she always has her lymph glands full of acupuncture so that she can feel better the next day. And they were both on IVs. And when you walk in her apartment, she has this candle that I'll never forget. It's a Deptyque candle. It's the dark one. And she has like 200 all lit up, all in her apartment. And it's the black one, the black Deptyque candle. It's that fragrance. And she has them all lit up like it's some seance. So when I went there to rescue my friend, I said, what is going on here? And my friend goes, oh, we were up all night partying. We're just like trying to feel, better. So I would talk to my girlfriend and I'm like, what happened? And she's like, we were partying all night. And Naomi would bring her along to these parties and having sex with these men.
Damn.
I mean, it's a lot to take in.
And so Naomi and I started off on the wrong foot. So then when I saw Naomi at Cipriani's, downtown where that was a spot for us all to hang, like Epstein and all these people were always at Cipriani.
Oh, on that Diddy at Cipriani's.
But hold on though, bro. Some of them parties that she went to in New York was Diddy parties for sure.
Right.
Cause I just found a video, the same video you was talking about.
Yeah.
About the you won't wake up for 4 days after partying one night with Diddy. He was auctioning himself off for like 160,000 to spend a night with him and come party in the Hamptons at his house.
Yeah, send
like
that.
Those are the parties that he was. Yeah, I already sent the John, but yeah,
okay.
those are the parties that they talking about, the New York parties.
Dang, let me bring this back a little bit. Hold on.
It's a lot to take in.
And so Naomi and I started off on the wrong foot. So then when I saw Naomi at Cipriani's, downtown where that was a spot for us all to hang, like Epstein and all these people were always at Cipriani's. There was a bar upstairs, which you had to be invited to if you're an elite. that's where everybody goes. Like Harvey Weinstein, everybody was there. She was in the bathroom and I came out of the bathroom and she goes, "Oh, it's you." And I said, "What are you going to do?" She goes, "I just signed a big book deal with Oprah Winfrey. What are you going to do?" She was so high on cocaine, she didn't even know what she was talking about. And then she was starting to get in my face. I said, "Please get out of my face. I don't want to start anything with you right now."
Wow.
Hmm.
Double tap the screen, like this video, y'all. Share this live stream. Get this out there. Damn. Wow. All right, so let me pull this up real quick. It's the Diddy video you sent me.
Yeah, these
All right.
them parties. I mean, it was like a whole global network of partying and shit. And Diddy was definitely
Right.
plugged into that network.
Right.
But the Epstein and Naomi Campbell private parties, those probably the ones that they was really doing shit.
I'm in
The
a
ones
giving
you might
mood.
see Bill Gates walk up in there.
Right. All right, here we go. This is Diddy. Diddy auctioning himself off and shit. Damn, where the fuck is the scene, baby? Turn this shit up. I don't know why I keep going mute.
But I'm in a giving mood, as my man Ozzy is.
Hey, that's crazy.
Okay.
In his bed,
Right.
laying beside him. That's
His bed.
wild,
Like
bro.
Lil Rod. Like Lil
What the
Rod
hell
said he
happened?
woke up. Remember? Lil Rod said he woke up to Diddy and his butt was hurting. And that woke up next to Diddy
Bro,
in the bed
you
and
don't
his
even
butt was hurting.
remember the last couple days.
Last dragon.
Like that's literally like you laid up beside him for 4 days and you wake up the last day, don't even remember what happened the last 3 or 4 days.
Right.
That's
Right.
insane, bro. That's some blink
Crazy.
twice type shit right there.
Right.
That's that's on another whole level. He right out in the open with that, bro. He just he tried to charge $160,000 for one night.
Right. Can y'all still hear me?
$160,000 for one. Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay. All right.
$160,000 and one night to spending one night with Diddy.
We
But that one
appreciate
night
that.
might turn into 4. That one night might
That's
turn into
clean.
4 days, and you ain't
That's
gonna know
clean.
what
I
happened
missed
in
y'all
those
night
last
and
4
day.
days.
Appreciate it. All right. So
That's
all right.
wild,
So
bro.
let me know if y'all can hear this.
Radio Solid.
It's
Yep.
good on sound. All right. So shout out to Beehive ATL. So Beehive ATL did a interview with Dame Dash a few years back, and Dame mentioned that he was at a Victoria's Secret party with Naomi Campbell and Harvey Weinstein was there, and he said he had to run up on Harvey Weinstein. So if y'all didn't know, back when Dame Dash was doing the movie Paid in Full, and Weinstein was on the set basically trying to boss them around, and Dame Dash actually put hands on Harvey Weinstein, smacked him in the face because they was arguing, got into a heated back and forth argument, and it got a little physical. So let's get into this. This is Beehive ATL YouTube channel.
What was that like for you when you got ready to make Paid in Full and you were actually able to tell a story from your childhood and put it and blast it out to the world?
It was the making of it was frustrating because that was my first interactions with the Weinsteins, and that whole process was a fight to get it done the way it was, even to get it where it was at. I thought I wanted it way better, and that's another reason why that experience made me say I'm doing it myself. There's no way these nerds are gonna be telling Paid in Full. I gotta go through a Weinstein. It made me so mad. I was fighting on Paid in Full, all type of shit happened, all type of shit happened because the movie was real. It's real. Yeah. People are still affected by that movie today. You understand what I'm saying? Like literally, and having it come out, I just felt this shit. It came out bigger. It was a fight to have it come out. So it was like bittersweet. Like I had to run up on Harvey Weinstein and Bob Weinstein and Ken. Like ran up on them. Like actually, I ran up on Harvey in Paris, and then he didn't think I'd be in Ken. He didn't think he was gonna see me in Paris. See what it was the only reason why Paid in Full came out was because I was running into the Weinsteins in places that they wasn't expecting me to be at. So I'd be, I'm way cooler than them. So I'm in Paris doing a photo shoot, with models and shit. He walked in like, oh shit, like he don't even think I got a passport. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, yo, blah, 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 blah. Oh, we'll handle it. Yeah, let's handle it then. What's up? You know what I'm saying? And you know, whoever he was with, come with me, because I
Coded as Dame Dash knew where they was gonna be at, and he showed up and waited for them to get there. Basically, Dame ain't slick. Dame wanted that movie out so bad, he followed them niggas around. Dame was like, oh, Harvey gonna be there? Okay. Just like he pulled up on Lee Daniels when Lee Daniels owed him $2 million, and he found out Lee Daniels was gonna be at Diana Ross concert. He pulled up on Lee Daniels. Like, where my $2 million? Give me my $2 million. They ain't think he funny
Yeah.
as shit, bro. They ain't be pulling up on them niggas. Find
And
out
in
where
fact, he surprised Weinstein because
right,
Weinstein didn't believe that, he would be in Paris or
right,
anywhere out of the country.
right,
Like he said, he ain't believed that he would have had a
right,
passport,
right. They ain't
which
found
is
out where the
crazy,
niggas
bro.
be at. He pull up. Right.
That goes to show you that Weinstein didn't really know who Dame and them was, even though he worked with him. Because to think
Right.
that Dame, ahead of Rockefeller was worth how much around that time? That was
They was
when
in a
they was
couple
up.
hundred million.
They
Yeah.
was a couple $100 million strong around that time. So
Right.
I guess he didn't do the research. He just thought he was just a nigga that was just that just got a good break, for a temporary time,
Right.
and just got the luck to be able to do a movie with him in his company. Like that's how
ain't right. You understand what I'm
Weinstein
saying?
eyes. That's how he looked
Right.
at Dane, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Hell
That's
yeah.
how they look at. That's how they look at all of us, like we below them.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Literally. Then I bounced over the can, caught him on the palais, on the red carpet, in
Look.
front of Stephen Dorff, and was like, yo, what's up? Because they were trying not to put out Paid in Full, and I was like, nah, y'all putting it out or y'all giving it back. And they didn't want to put the money for the reshoot, and they're like, well, we'll only talk to you with Russell Simmons. I'm like, why Russell got to be there? That's my man. But he ain't gonna stop me from doing what I'm gonna do anyway. Like, what the fuck? I thought y'all tough. Like they really, and so we had the actual meeting with Russell on the fucking on the line on the phone, and they were like, yo, we'll put it in this many theaters if it has a good per screen average, and that's all that counts is the per screen average, right? If you got over 6,000, that's like how many people per screen are actually sitting in the seat. So if per screen only 5 people then that's fucked up. But if per screen average, if you got a certain amount of people, you win it. I had 6,000 people, which was a big deal, and it was critically acclaimed in the New York Times. Like the writer's name was like Elvis compared it to Mean Streets. So I'm calling them like, yo, what's up? It was well reviewed, expanded in theaters. No answer. Caught this nigga at a Victoria's Secret party. I'm chilling. I'm with Giselle. I'm with Naomi Campbell. This nigga Weinstein walked in. Yo, what's good? He tried to ignore me. I'm like, yo, you hear me talking to you? And then I was like, yo, this nigga's a herb. I just go, you a herb. Naomi runs out. Giselle runs. They all scared. What y'all scared of this punk ass nigga for? And then Giuseppe Cipriani is my homie. That was his man.
Everybody cool with Cipriani.
We can't keep doing this to him. I used to terrorize him because they didn't do anything they said. So basically, the answer is I was frustrated. So it was bittersweet. You know what I mean? I got into fights with niggas. Had to go to court. Like a nigga tried to get cute with me on the set, and I had to smack him. Then he comes back after the basketball. Like I had a basketball program, Team Rock, and this nigga, because I smacked him because it was a long story, right? But he was just fronting too much. And I'm with my kids. This nigga walks up on me in front of the basketball, in front of the program. I'm like, yo, don't throw me an apology. So I had to wash him real quick, put my kids in the car. Then the nigga came back and sued me and lost. I broke his ribs and beat him bad. But, it was a fair one. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling him, like, yo, I'm going to fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do this now. You're going to give me I'm doing it.
Funny as
I
shit.
pounded him out. And then he came and tried to get me arrested. So I had to go through. I got it all on tape. All of it. So the frustration that came with that, it wasn't an easy movie to make. Trust me. Cam got shot over it. That movie was real.
Hey. Yeah, Cam went down to DC,
got
man.
shot over it.
Yeah, DC, man.
Somebody
DC.
shot him because they ain't like how he was acting on camera. That's pretty ignorant. Like, I get shot
Well,
over
you
the
know, they
movie.
want that. They try to get him for that Lamborghini he was riding around in. They pulled him over, tried to jack him for the Lamborghini and shit.
Yeah, but Dame just tied it to the
Right.
shooting to the movie.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Right.
saying that Cam got shot over the movie.
That's
Like,
possible.
because, like,
That's possible. Because remember, he was
damn, what
portraying
somebody was offended?
Alpo
What
and shit.
somebody was offended that he played Alpo and the way he
Yeah, yeah, because
they
niggas,
thought it was
yeah,
real.
right. Yeah, because you got to realize a lot of niggas, you know, Alpo from Harlem, Cam from Harlem, and he's playing Alpo. So Alpo
Yeah,
got people got shit, you know, people on the streets got it out for Alpo for the shit he was doing back in
yeah.
DC back in the day. Then yeah, Cam gonna catch the wreck on the tail end of that shit because they can't get to
How?
Alpo because he in jail. Because them niggas,
Bro,
you
do you
know,
know how
niggas is silly.
ignorant that sound?
Yo,
You
niggas
know
is
how
silly like
ignorant that
that, bro.
sound? Yeah,
Right, niggas is dumb like that. You should know that.
that's why I said he get them
Right,
niggas out of here.
but
Get those type niggas up out of here. Like, if you that ignorant, that's
yo, this
insane,
shit
bro.
crazy.
That's like them
And
chicks that
they
be getting mad when they see they enemy from their favorite soap opera that they watch.
right,
You know, whoever the enemy is, or the the antagonizer at that
yeah,
time when they watching a soap, they see the actor
yeah,
out in public and attack
yeah.
him and shit.
That's how powerful that shit be,
They
man.
attack the actual actor thinking that he's the
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
how
shit is
powerful the
wild. Now you got
programming
niggas
is.
actually shooting people. Like, what they thought he was really Alpo or something.
Right.
Like, did
Now they
they
were
really
saying the now,
why would he get shot because of the Paid in Full movie?
yeah,
Because of
it
the
was just
movie.
it just all
That
tied
just sound
into
ignorant,
right.
bro.
But Cam explained it as they try to jack him for the Lamborghini because they ran up on him, try to pull him out that motherfucker. So and then he got shot resisting them trying to take his jewelry and pull him out the Lamborghini and all that. So
Didn't he pull
yeah,
somebody out
yeah,
of a whip and Paid in Full? Then Cam pull
yeah,
somebody out of a whip and pay.
right.
It
Yeah,
just was
but
slow as hell. What you talking
yeah,
about, Calvin? It was like,
yeah,
oh, you
yeah,
want a
right.
Calvin Hose nigga on that scene?
But
So
yeah,
somebody
but
did that to Cam in real life. Cam snatched
shit,
somebody up
they
out of the car in a movie, and they try to do it to him in real life. Bro,
yeah,
you know how ignorant that is? You know how ignorant these niggas gotta be?
shit. They ain't saying Naomi Campbell get violent. She put hands on chicks and niggas and shit. Like she putting hands on motherfuckers. Like they were saying Naomi Campbell be getting blasted at the party and shit. She be just bugging out on people. You know what I
Who
mean?
told that story? Like, who told that
Like
story? Like, what
it's
that was
like
talking about?
a lot of the people that was around, a lot of the models and shit that came out spoke about how she is. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess she ain't like really one of them people that's easy to get along with. She like one of them feisty
She
ass
looks like it.
attitude chick that always got a fucking attitude with men and women.
Only
It
to
don't
certain
matter.
people. Only to
Yeah,
certain people though.
yeah, only the right. She like the
Only the
house
people
nigga.
that
She
she
the
feel
house.
like is below
Yeah,
her.
she the house. Yeah, she the house nigga. Basically, you know,
Right.
keeping all the other people in line. But when it comes to her dealing with, you know, you know,
Yeah.
people higher than her, she
Epstein and
right,
and Ghislaine,
right.
or as you call it, Ghislaine,
Gayslene, right.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, yeah, she ain't gonna disrespect them, but she definitely disrespect other people she feel like that's below her.
Yeah, she
Because that's how she get treated.
right. Naomi Campbell
She
is a
get treated by
whole
the people
right.
that's above her, so they got treat. So she treats the people that's below her. She treats them. You know what I mean, probably
Yeah,
twice as bad.
yeah,
And that's
because
just
you
how,
gotta
cause it's
think
like
about
the
she was a
abuse.
victim. She was abused as a victim. She was a
Yeah,
victim to the industry too. She was abused and used and you know what I mean, probably, you know, passed around like by the elites, passed around and shit. And then and then it turned her into a monster and she basically
Jay Clips, you need to stop with
took
that
that
shit,
shit.
bro.
What?
He ought to tell him some justice for Jeffrey Epstein,
He said
2026.
He said Epstein though. He didn't say Epstein. So who the fuck
Yeah,
is
but he trolling that shit though. He spamming that shit. Nah, don't spam that in here,
oh yeah,
bro.
don't spam that, bro. You gotta get put on timeout. Hold on. He didn't put you on time. Oh man, I ain't mean up. Damn, I got him up out of there completely.
Damn.
My bad, bro. Just put you on timeout for 5
Yeah,
minutes
he,
real quick.
yeah, he can't. Yeah, he don't spam that.
Yeah. But yeah, this Naomi Campbell chick, man, she's a wild one. You could tell, just look at her way her eyes and her face is like you could tell she one of them wild motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, man, the eyes don't lie. What he say in Scarface? The eyes never lie, Chico.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? The eyes don't lie. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Just looking at this woman's eyes, you see the coldness. You can feel the coldness. Like some people can't hide that energy when you do so much shit. That energy just
Like
surrounds
Diddy, like that when Diddy would look all dark in his eyes and shit.
you.
I'm in a dark place right now. When you telling
Right.
in a dark place, you can tell, nigga, you was in a dark place. And your eyes was all sunken in, and your pupils all black. Your pupils all big from the paint, cocaine and shit you was
Now
using. Like,
her and Diddy was probably on the same level, so she ain't probably disrespect him like that.
yeah.
'Cause she ain't feel like that Diddy
But the
was
thing is,
below her.
yeah. But then she ain't.
Cause he's a
But
gatekeeper too.
my understanding is she used to wild out. Period on anybody if she's like juiced up and shit. That's what they saying. She's the wild out. Period. Yeah, she ain't
Yeah.
fuck who was there. You know, how some people get so juiced up, like you can't even control them, what they say or what they do. You know what I'm saying? She just one of them type of motherfuckers that just you
Yo,
can't
some of these
control her.
celebrities just have that energy, that dark energy that just comes off of them. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
they do. Like you could just, if you real sensitive to energy, you can feel that shit. You know, some of these celebrities like they into some dark shit, and majority of the politicians are like that. Like even when Epstein was doing that interview, you can tell.
Here
Like
it go. Hold on. Here it go right here. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not bull. If y'all think I was bullshitting about that, I'm about to pull it up now so y'all can see what I was talking about.
no
Like
bullshitting.
she beating
We
up
don't
our
do no
housekeeper.
bullshitting.
She beat up our housekeeper. You know what I'm saying? She was just doing shit, bro. Listen. Let me share
Oh,
this real
nobody
quick.
ain't denied that she was
Yeah,
violent.
she
Like you can
wild.
look
She
at her and
wild as
tell she
shit.
could switch at look like she looked like
Yeah,
she done unalive somebody before.
yeah, she bro. I wouldn't put it past her. All right, let me play this.
So honest about over the years about your ups and your downs, and people ask you about, do you have a temper, are you tough?
I feel that I've learned not be in denial with who you are. Don't blame people for things that go wrong in your life. You have to take that responsibility as yourself and not be in denial that, okay, I had an issue. No, embrace that you had an issue and deal with it. You know what I mean?
So no regrets.
No regrets, but lessons, understood the lessons that I had to go through in my life. And of anyone I've ever hurt, I make amends. All a work in progress, and I accept that. Listen, my journey has been incredibly colorful. I wouldn't want a journey to be like this. And person's journey that interests me, the journey that's been like this. But I'm not in denial of it.
You've been so honest about over the years about your ups and your downs, and people ask you about, do you have a temper, are you tough?
I feel that
And I ain't look at her eyes though, but I ain't judging. Hey man, listen. She owned up to it. She said she owned up to that shit. But yeah, that it don't justify, you know, she's hurting people because they so-called below you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, please double
Yeah,
tap
that's
the
what they was
screen, like
saying.
this video. Right.
Yeah, they was saying like Ellen was like that too. Like she was like that
Oh,
to
they
her.
saying Ellen was like that? Ellen
Yeah,
DeGeneres
Ellen
was
was
like
yeah, she could go off at any
treating
minute.
people like
Yup, on
shit.
people. Yup.
Damn, was she in the Epstein files? Hold on, let me
That's what
go
I was
search
thinking
that shit
because you
real quick.
see,
Hold on, y'all.
we know rumors and shit. Like we seen where her background of her show was like Epstein Island and shit. Like we've seen that,
Yeah, it was.
and
Right,
it did
right.
look, and the colors and the scheme, the color scheme did look like Epstein Island a little bit.
Yeah.
And then she had all she had relationships with all them individuals. Like she was another powerful figure, another what you call him?
Yeah,
Gatekeeper.
gatekeeper. Yeah, she was also one of the pillars, one of the leading people in the LBGTQ TP LOMNOP XR. You know, she was part of that.
You about to say XRP? What the fuck?
Right, XRP. Yeah, she's one of the gatekeepers of that. I'm talking about the political LBGTQ LMNOP XRP. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
definitely was gifted that XRP by
right,
what's his name? What's the name?
right.
What's the
Oh
dude
yeah,
name? Um
you talking about
Ashton
Ashton
Kutcher and
Kutcher.
shit.
Yeah.
Gifted her
All right,
XRP on the
so
show. So you was on to something.
yeah, right. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go through the files again. If Ellen on there, we see some emails, we spin the block and do a live stream on Ellen and
I
Epstein.
didn't really hear nothing too much for her and
I ain't heard
Epstein
too
though,
much.
but you heard
Right,
shit like how she treated her staff like shit.
right.
And then she might have been, I don't know, they said she could have been deep state along with Tom. You know that whole shit when they was saying
Yeah,
Tom Hanks was a part of the deep state,
yeah,
and
because what happened to Ann
they was
Esch?
saying
What happened
Oprah
to
was a
Ann
part of the
Esch?
deep state.
Yeah, like,
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I
and then
mean?
what happened with Ann Hesh? Yeah, they was tying Ellen to that shit. The people was trying to tie Ellen to that, to Ann
Right.
Hesh's
What
death.
happened to Ann Hesh, man?
Yeah, it's some wild shit out here. You could look in this woman's eyes, man. This woman is cold as hell.
She's
She probably
demonic.
played one hell of a poker game because she don't change expressions or nothing, bro.
Right.
That bitch is almost like the Terminator.
Yeah, that
She's
bitch
like one of them
robotic.
goddamn Terminators and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, that bitch robotic. Yeah,
That's why I said I know she crazy.
hell yeah.
There's no doubt about that. She'd take somebody out real quick.
Yeah, yeah. I know she got some. I know. I ain't gonna say for sure, but she seemed like she got some bodies.
No, yeah, we don't know.
Motherfucking
Yeah, that's
bodies.
alleged. We don't know that
Yeah,
for
I ain't
sure.
saying
But
that. Right.
I'm
That's why I
definitely,
said
yeah,
I ain't
niggas
saying
can
that,
get
but
sued for
I'm gonna
that.
put. All right.
You end up like
Yeah,
Tasha
what?
K out this motherfucker.
Got some bodies. Oh
You-
shit.
and we
That's why I said
definitely
I
ain't
don't know.
got it. We
Right.
definitely ain't got it.
That's
Shit.
why I said I don't know. I don't know for sure. It's just what I mean. Can't confirm or deny that shit.
That bitch
But
look
yeah.
like the Terminator. She's Skynet. Oh, it's
Right.
like she's AI.
Yeah, she's
Her
straight
responses and everything is like AI.
straight
Yeah, she cold as
demonized.
shit. She cold as
Cold.
shit, fam. Like, yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't want to just try to, put that on people just because of the rumors and shit. But man, she different. And y'all know
For
what
sure.
I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm saying. When y'all watch her interviews,
Oh, there
you
you go.
see she
Look,
got
look,
the
look,
poker
look.
face like a mug.
Well, this was her back then. Hold on real quick. This shit look crazy. She wild the fuck out with this job, bro. They all be wild as shit. Hold on. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
the Terminator.
Hold on, y'all. Y'all go. Hold on. Hold on. Let me know y'all can hear
You
this
know
shit.
that people call you a bitch. A woman who worked as your assistant, she said you grabbed her by the throat, you hit her with a phone.
Assaulting a photographer. Naomi scratched the pap's eye with her purse.
For kicking and spitting at police officers on a British Airways plane.
Naomi had to dig a little bit deeper to find out what was actually causing the anger.
Are you just a petulant diva who wants things her own way? And if you don't get things your own way, you feel you have the right to throw things?
No. I think it comes from a deeper place than that with me.
Oh, this from her from way back in the day.
That's what my core issues are: abandonment, rejection.
I do feel that I abandoned her. I was 19 when I had Naomi, and I was a single mom. I wanted the best for my daughter, and I left Naomi to work to give her a better life.
You know
That bitch a spoiled brat.
Hold on, JL. Look what somebody wrote in the chat. This funny as
What?
hell. Leave Naomi alone. She's an icon. You damn right she's a con. She definitely a con woman. You right.
She all over.
Leave
She
her
all
alone.
over. She all
Huh?
over that Epstein shit. She talking
She's an
about.
icon artist.
You
She's
talking
an
about she an
icon
icon,
artist.
but she also is an icon. Yeah, like we.
Leave Naomi alone. She's an icon artist.
Shit.
This is wild, bro. Then we say it's funny when y'all defend these motherfuckers because they don't know you from a can of dirt. They won't give a shit about you.
Yo, no, you just seen Naomi.
Even if you
Yo,
met
did you
her,
hear
you probably really won't
did
like
you
her if
hear?
you met her in person.
Did you hear what he said in this video? She beat up cops on a highway, bro, on the side of the highway when they pulled her over. She started swinging and beating up on them. That's tell you right there, she don't give a shit.
It seems like she probably channels that. She probably know how to chant. So those videos that you played, she was like 19, 20 years old, snapping off on people like that. But she probably learned how to channel that shit. Now she just take people out. Now she don't even probably get into all the screaming and the cursing and all
Allegedly.
that. She look.
Allegedly.
Yeah, this is all alleged. But it's also
Everything
comedy
alleged.
too.
Yeah,
It's also
it's
entertainment
satire.
too. Yeah, but you gotta think about it though. Now she was all out of control back in the day, but now she's more like the Terminator and shit. Like she learned how to suppress it and then target that shit.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. Shit, bro.
Cause she had to start moving like that if dealing with people like Epstein and them. You can't just be acting like that in front of everybody.
Right.
They whooped her ass into shape.
Mhm.
Now she controlling the plane, the flights, where the flights go. She might as well have been the pilot the amount of time she been in them goddamn flight logs. She might as well have been the pilot and shit.
Fly the plane her goddamn self.
And they was talking about in the emails like those were her planes. Yeah,
Right.
Epstein, next time, Naomi needs your plane. Yep, she need the plane again. I don't give a shit where you got to go, Epstein. She needs the plane.
Right.
Now, it ain't your plane no more.
Bitches, I gotta fly in, man.
Somebody said she more like an earth angel.
Earth
I know you ain't talking about
angel.
Naomi.
Earth angel.
Hey,
will
man.
you please be mine.
Maybe she is.
Right. What the hell?
Earth angel. Earth angel. What's going on out here?
Somebody said she definitely doesn't like black men.
Hell nah. She dated Mike
She might not like men at all.
No, she dated Mike Tyson though. She did. You can see the picture right there in the
That don't
corner
mean
with
shit.
her.
Like I said, it still stands. She might not like men at all.
Right. Yeah.
She'd date you if she can use you though. But that don't mean that she like you.
Yeah, she a demon. Yeah, her eyes is just dark, bro.
Somebody said she a victim and broken. That kind of behavior because she never got disciplined young.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah,
I mean, she didn't get disciplined. She got abused. I guess it's a difference. But it could be a thin line between discipline and abuse, though, because even discipline could turn into abuse. Sometimes those lines need to be defined.
Define the lines. Right.
Somebody tell me about her connections with Diddy. Yeah, she was definitely friends with Diddy. You know, Diddy friends with a lot of people in that fashion world.
Right.
And modeling and all that. He's deep in that world.
Yeah, the Dolce and Gabbana and all that shit.
Yeah, he was deep in that. Yeah, Diddy was deep in that shit. Pause. No baby oil.
No baby oil. Pause.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, we don't know exactly what she did. Like we said, we just allege because it was. I mean, you had some people come out and say how nasty she was to people. You even
Well,
had
she came out
Jag.
and said
You even
how
had
yeah, she came out and said how nasty she was to people. But you was about to say who?
Jag had her when Jag did an interview on our show one time, talking about
Yeah,
like she knew her personally and shit, saying all the stuff
yeah,
that she knows and she's the baddest mother effer and
right.
like they
Yeah,
all
right,
scared of
right,
her.
right.
She was saying that everybody's scared of her. Like she only seen that the other slaves were scared of her.
Mm-hmm.
That's because, and if they were scared of her, that's because they knew that she had ties to people like Epstein, and Epstein had ties to people in the government, and that's just what it is. And the thing is, was weird. It's like it's like order to become an A-lister, like as far as celebrity wise, it's almost like you got to deal with those type people. Cause look, around that time when Chris Tucker was on those flights, that was like he was like the biggest around it. That's when that was at the height of
Rush
rush
hour.
hour.
Yeah, yeah. $20
And he was
million
like a global
club.
name at that time.
Yeah.
So it's like order to reach that level, it's like you end up dealing with those individuals, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna end up on one of them goddamn private planes. The Lolita Express, the Naomi Express, whatever the hell it's called.
The Naomi Express.
You know what I'm saying? You might end up on there if you an A-lister. I mean, because you gotta think about it. She mentioned Katrina, didn't she? She mentioned like
Yeah,
during the New Orleans time she was
yeah,
active in doing
yeah,
humanitarian work using
yeah,
Epstein planes. And you remember Chris Tucker was one of the ones that was on national TV when that shit went down, along with Kanye West and Mike Myers.
yeah.
You remember Chris Tucker was talking
Sure.
about
Yeah,
he came in right after right after Kanye said George Bush doesn't care about black people. And then
yeah,
the camera switched to Chris Tucker and shit. And that was during the time like Chris Tucker was on those flights. Like he
yeah.
was
He was
on those flights and so it was like, yeah, so
with,
it's
with Bill
crazy.
Clinton and shit, right?
Yeah, with Bill Clinton and Naomi Campbell.
Yep. Kevin
Yeah.
Spacey,
Yeah,
Woody
it was
Allen.
Kevin Spacey. It was literally on one flight, on the same
Yeah,
flight. It was Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker, Naomi Campbell, Jeffrey Epstein, and
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, and then and what's his Kevin Spacey
Yeah, Bill Clinton.
and Bill Clinton was all on the same
And
flight.
eight Secret Service.
Yeah, and 8 Secret Service flying to Africa and flying to other places.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget, yeah, Secret Service is on the motherfucking planes with every time Clinton got on there,
And
you know,
those they were all on that same flight.
right. You know them niggas got a lot of footage. Yo, where's the footage at of all that shit? I know
It got redacted.
they got a lot of footage of
The
because
footage got
you gotta
redacted.
realize if they on a island party and you know somebody carrying around a camera, they recording shit and for their own
Island
personal,
boys
yeah, like
trying to make it.
right.
You remember them two
Island
goofy ass niggas?
boys.
The Island Boys that took off on social media a
Yep,
little bit ago and then
yep,
disappeared. They claimed they were Epstein sons. They
right.
claimed that they were cloned. They was cloned by using Epstein's DNA, and they from the island. That's why they came out with the song Island Boys, because
Island
they
boys.
grew up on the Epstein Island. That's what they claim.
Yeah,
But we know that's just some cat.
yeah,
But
that's
even
just some
though they
riding
had
off.
some pictures floating around with them as kids though with Epstein.
Yeah,
And
that
this is
wasn't
before
them.
all the AI shit was
That
popping.
wasn't them though, because he did an
It
interview
wasn't
with
them.
TMZ and said it wasn't them, but it got caught on so much, nigga just played into the story and said that was them after he already said that wasn't them. So yeah, so you know what I
But
mean?
it's crazy. It's crazy how they could be all right pretending that
Yeah,
way,
she is a
but
real
there's
man.
actually projects going on Epstein Island where he is using his DNA to basically,
Hmm.
impregnate women to basically do like baby farms and shit like that. Because that's what they say that
Yeah,
they into. Alleged they were into baby farming.
right.
Basically using a DNA to make a whole bunch of babies. Not even, you know what I mean, artificial insemination and everything.
You said the island of Dr. Monroe.
Right, the island of Dr. Monroe, yeah.
Right.
Jekyll Island,
Jekyll Island is
Big
where
Game Island,
all
Hans
the bankers
Island,
meet.
The
That's
island.
all the bankers met on Jekyll Island. Come up with that whole Federal Reserve Act.
They got an island for. See, this is man. We might have to do a live stream just talking
Just
about
on
the
the
different
island.
islands, bro.
Yeah, let us
Just
know.
the
Press
different
1.
purposes that they do the
Make
islands
sure
and
y'all
shit.
hold on. Subscribe and press 1 if y'all think we should do a whole episode on just the islands different islands that's being occupied by these elites. Press 1 and subscribe and double tap the screen to like this video if y'all want us to do a whole live stream based off
Come
the
on.
islands that they occupy.
They
You know what I mean?
corrupted all them damn islands. Every island. Gilligan's Island. Shit, they even corrupted Gullah Gullah Island and shit.
Damn,
Gullah
not Gullah
Gullah
Gullah Island.
Island.
Well,
Motherfuckers
Nickelodeon
even
is
corrupted that.
well,
Yeah, Nickelodeon and
Nickelodeon
shit.
is the
Exactly.
Nickelodeon logo is Epstein Island.
Right.
Oh, so we might have to lead with that. That
Right.
Nickelodeon
The
is Epstein
Nickelodeon
Island
symbol. You
logo,
talking about the
right?
Nickelodeon symbol is
Yeah,
shaped like
yeah,
Epstein's
they
Island.
logo, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to get into that.
All them goddamn islands got corrupted. That's crazy, man. And the thing is, oh man, I gotta say it again. I know I've been saying it every live stream. They love to throw it in our faces. They love putting that shit in these movies and TV series.
Yeah,
They love it.
and we might have to make movie references to some of these islands too, so we can actually not only just talk about the islands, but also movie references about the
Yeah, the
island.
movie
What's
references.
the
Yup.
movie? What's the movie? The children's movie, the animated movie. They was talking about the island, children on the island. What cartoon movie was that?
You talking about Moana?
Was it Moana? I
Yeah,
don't think it was
Moana
Moana.
definitely.
Nah,
Moana
it
definitely
was.
talking about the islands.
They was talking about it was a Disney movie where they was talking about it was Peter
Oh, you talking
Pan.
about the old school one, Peter
Yeah,
Pan, Little Boys Island
yeah,
for
Little
bad
Boys
little
Island.
boys and
Yeah,
shit.
right. Yup. We're gonna have to.
That was Pinocchio or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Not
it was
Peter Pan. That was
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
It was Pinocchio. Yeah, I remember clearly. Yeah, it was Pinocchio. So we might. That's right there. They referenced in that movie about the island for little boys.
Right. And they basically
Yeah,
go there to make them trans. Make them
right.
trans. You know what I mean? Make them
Oh, we gonna have to.
tranny.
We gonna have to save this, man. We're gonna have to give y'all we're gonna give y'all that live stream. So make sure y'all
Yeah, because
subscribe and double tap the screen, like this video, and subscribe to this channel. Because we just gonna do a whole show on just the islands, focusing on the islands with Occupy, movie references to the islands. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because we gotta
Yeah,
stop letting
Peter.
them play with us.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because that's a pause. We gotta stop letting them play with us.
right.
Because they
Pause.
definitely putting it up in these movies and TV shows and these cartoons. They love bragging within those goddamn cartoons and those TV shows.
And yo,
Like
they
they
love
love
putting
putting
it in
it
the
in there.
cartoons because
They
the
love it.
the child,
The
the
child
program,
mind, the subconscious mind of the
subconscious,
child.
right? If you program the child subconscious mind from young, then they'll be more receptive to the agenda and all that shit. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. We gotta do a live stream show on that. You know what I mean?
Gullah Gullah Island. Damn, Gullah Gullah Island was Epstein. Oh, come on, man. Don't corrupt
Yeah,
Gullah Gullah like that.
yeah,
Damn, that was a Nickelodeon show. You mean to tell me
yeah,
the Nickelodeon logo was Epstein Island and them motherfuckers
yeah,
went to Gullah Gullah Island?
yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
don't
motherfucking
do that to them.
you had
Don't do
Dan,
that to Benya, man.
you had Dan over there on at Nickelodeon.
Don't do that
Dan
shit to
Schneider.
Benya,
You
man.
had Mr. Dan Schneider over there on at
Oh yeah,
Nickelodeon.
they say he like messing with little kids'
Yeah,
feet.
that's what I'm
He like the
saying.
feet.
But it's more than just Dan Schneider. So we're gonna get into it, man. That's a whole nother live stream. We're gonna have to tap into that.
Yeah, man.
A lot
They look
of
up
shit we
all
grew
of
up on,
everything.
bro. A lot of shit we grew up on
Gullah Gullah,
ain't what
Gilligan.
we thought it was. It was all programming. It was all programming.
Even Hans Island
Yeah,
on
we're gonna get into Hans Island.
Enter the
So,
Dragon.
and that's the thing. It's probably
Blue
best to
Fleet joint.
reference the movies that represent, islands and shit, and
Yo,
make references
This is
Um,
wild, bro.
but them private islands that like the Epstein and them like, and the thing
And they
is,
just said
Epstein had more
Naomi
than one
Campbell
island.
had her own island,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. We gonna find that motherfucker. We gonna find that one.
Naomi
And we gonna
Campbell
pull
with
it
her
up.
own
Yeah,
island.
yeah. We gonna see what that. Right.
Then they say Diddy purchased the island.
We
Diddy
gonna.
purchased
I
one
don't
in
know.
the
We gonna
Florida
find out.
Keys.
We gonna
They
find
said
out.
he purchased one in the Florida Keys. They said Jay got an island. Yeah, them niggas be buying islands, whole islands.
Bill Gates probably got one. We gonna find it though.
Whole
We gonna see.
islands.
We gonna go through it. And that's the thing. A lot of those people that's tied to Epstein got islands of their own.
Right.
And we gonna find it. We're gonna find out who got private
They
islands.
just ratted out Epstein Island. Like his
Right.
island is the only island they gonna do dirt on.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like his island. And the thing is, they buy islands that's not really attached to any type of government. Like they buy
Yeah.
islands that's like its own governance system, so they can operate outside of the law.
Yeah.
Like that's another shit that they do. Cause they just go get those. They just basically go take those islands over
Have
and
big
basically,
ass orgies and sex
yep,
trafficking, drug
and do
trafficking.
all they dirt on them
All right,
Jones.
we
Yep.
can't talk about that too much no more because we gotta save that for the show. We gotta save that for the next show, bro. We
Somebody
got to.
said Diddy's a piece of shit too, but Epstein is worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
We
because
let these
Epstein was
motherfuckers
more
live
global.
good.
Right. Epstein was more global. So
We let
Diddy
these
was low
motherfuckers
level.
live good, didn't we?
Hell yeah.
Like, look how people still coming in. Don't attack my favorite celebrity. She's an icon.
Man, they got fat by
Naomi Campbell's
everybody's
an
star.
icon. Like, people are still protecting these. Like, that goes to show you, like, we let the wrong people become famous. You gotta think about it. The public, we let these people shine. How else you think they making the money and remaining on top? Who's supporting them? The people, the general public.
Right.
Because as soon as these people stop producing, the upper echelons will get rid of them.
Yeah.
As soon as the people stop effing with them, the upper echelon to get rid of you real quick. Somebody said Paul Walker got killed because he had a teenage girlfriend, and then it took 5 years for an Arkansas attorney to get his name off the sex offenders registry. If he was dead, why get his name off? I ain't know nothing about that. I ain't know none of that information
Yeah, I
about
ain't know
Paul
me
Walker.
neither. Me neither.
I never heard any of that. Where you find that information at?
Might have to just look it
Adam
up.
Miller?
Yeah, might have to look that up.
Yep. I ain't
Yeah,
know
that's
nothing
the
about his
whole
teenage girlfriend or any of
right.
that.
Yeah, we not saying that, that's not yeah, we never really looked into it, so we would have to look into that.
I don't understand how that would get Paul Walker killed though.
Right. Because he
People
crashed.
said the circumstances was kind of mysterious, like someone took over his car and drove him
Dang.
off. You know what I mean? Drove
Like
him into
Ann
an
Hesh.
accident. Right.
Like
Yeah, it did
fucking
look
Ann
like
Hesh
somebody
car.
took over Ann Hesh's car too. Facts.
Yeah. Yeah, Ann Hesh. Yep. Dang. Yeah, we definitely gonna do that show on
Yeah.
these occupied islands out here. Like they trying to make it look like Epstein is the only occupied island out here that's doing what they, you know what I mean? Like, come on now.
Like Trump said, it's a lot of killers. A lot of killers.
And he
Then
probably won his damn
there's
self.
a lot of islands. A lot of
Right.
islands.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna lead with that. Even Trump said it's a lot of islands.
Nah, he just said it
Right.
was a lot of killers. when
There's a lot of islands too. Shit. Yeah, he did say a
yeah,
lot
we
of
do.
killers.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, right.
It's a lot of killers. Even Kanye said,
I
people in
say he's
Hollywood
just
come
a
and missing
fall
all the time.
guy.
Right.
Who was just a fall guy? Epstein was just a fall guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
believe that he was.
yeah.
I mean, I
I believe
believe
that.
that he was definitely a fall guy, and he wasn't acting alone. There's still some of the people who was his partners, besides, of course, besides Ghislaine. There's
Yeah.
other people out there that just never been mentioned, and they still operating. I mean, it was rumors going around that there's millions of dollars still going through Epstein accounts, even though Epstein is supposed to be dead. His accounts are still got money like flowing through them, transactions and shit going in and out of his accounts. And you would have thought all those accounts got frozen or
Frozen, closed, all like right. It's
closed.
froze, yeah.
So what Naomi Campbell doing these days? What's she up
DJing
to
on
these days?
going live on Instagram and with a and DJing and shit. Probably still doing, you know. Yeah, she don't really be active like she used to be. She probably after this Epstein shit came out,
She
she
had to
kind of
relax,
just she had to just take a step back,
fall back. Not
fall
just the
back from the
Epstein shit, the
public.
Diddy shit
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Cause
the Diddy
you
shit
know
too, right?
she probably was shaking in her boots when she seen Diddy was being taken down too. She probably was
Right,
wondering, oh shit, am I next?
right.
I mean, Diddy being taken out, that spooked a lot of people.
Yeah, it did. Because they never thought somebody of that stature would fall like he
Right,
did. You know what I'm saying?
right.
They didn't think he would get
People were
taken out
scared
like
as
he
shit.
did.
Those celebrities were scared as shit when they seen all
It
that going on with
was.
Diddy. They was quiet.
They was quiet as shit, bro.
They was
They was
quiet.
quiet. They ain't
Nobody
speak
said
on
a peep.
no.
All the niggas that Diddy was around all these years that always used to dick eat every time every time he's in the vicinity, and they
Fact.
steady trying to get one of those Sean John. I mean, not Sean Johns, one of those Ciroc checks.
Right.
Cause you know he the one that's handing out those Ciroc checks and get you to promote the Ciroc and shit. So you get a big check behind that. So a lot of people was kissing his ass just to get a check.
Facts. We seen that shit.
Yeah, a lot of those, but those celebrities, they was nowhere to be found. when the motherfucking Homeland Security was invading all his properties all over the United States, you ain't hear a peep out of none of these niggas.
Why would you? Why would you? They think they the probably target next. Why
They
would you?
stayed on this nigga's social media, didn't they?
Yeah.
Before Homeland Security, they was
Mhm.
all on there. They was all on
So as soon
all
as it
them
went
big
down,
celebrities,
everybody
smiling
started
in his face,
following him and shit. They
partying
start
with him, having a
right.
drink with him. Even remember the Joe, even with Meek Mill and Jay and all of them, Jay holding the
Oh,
glass
at
like
the
he got a camera, like he
at
got
the
a camera on
brunch,
his ring and shit.
at the Rock Nation brunch.
At the Rock
Right.
Nation brunch, right? At the Homeland Security, them motherfuckers ain't say nothing.
Jay face, his face was like he knew what the fuck was going on. He knew something everybody else right there didn't know.
He did have that face, like he knew something.
That's the face
Everybody
like
else, he knew all them niggas was gonna be down in just about a couple years. He was looking like, this motherfucker ain't gonna be here. He ain't gonna
Right.
be here. He gonna be locked up. He gonna be broke. He like he was making assessments and shit while he was standing there with that glass. You could tell he was in deep thought.
He damn sure was. His whole face expression showed it all. Like,
And when Diddy started talking, his energy really
yeah,
changed up.
really
He was
changed.
thinking to
Right.
himself, this nigga really ain't gonna be here. Then he
Right.
thought to himself, shit, I might not fuck around be here. That was the
Yo,
nigga last thought, holding that glass up with that
right.
ring and shit. That nigga thought like, damn, I might not fuck around be here.
That's funny as shit. That nigga was looking like he side-eyed Diddy while Diddy was talking about billionaires brunch and all that shit. He was looking, he looked like he had a facial expression like, I know something y'all motherfuckers don't know. Y'all niggas ain't gonna be no more brunches. No more brunches after this. The billionaires brunch.
Yeah, he shut that shit down.
That shit got shut down quick.
Plus plus it's too expensive to be feeding all them niggas now. Jay ain't nothing to, ain't nothing to celebrate. Money is
maintain himself.
dwindling.
Right. That's some funny ass shit, bro.
He only had those brunches when he was in good spirits and his business was doing good. As
Look,
soon as the
Jay
niggas
had the
start,
brunch. Jay had the brunches to basically show the least. Look, I could bring all these niggas together. Listen, give me the money. Let me divvy it out because I still got power in the industry. I can make all these niggas come to a brunch. The elites was like, okay, make it happen then.
I could record secret conversations with my ring.
Right.
Got extra
Right.
listening devices in my motherfucking dreads.
Right.
I got
He damn sure had that ring. He damn sure had that ring that he was moving that
was the
hand
camera.
around like he was recording them motherfuckers, bro.
That was the camera. The audio was attached to his locks. He had the
His lock is
audio in
the
his
antenna.
hidden in his locks.
That's funny.
And they got the video coming out of the ring. And he's
That
sitting there
nigga was
recording
like,
all them niggas.
Diddy was like,
Yeah, Jay, let me talk to you real quick. Yeah, Jay, that's for anybody who tried to take him to the side and say we need to do a revolution. He recorded those niggas like, yo, Jay, let me holler at you real quick. Come in. Yeah, just come over here real quick. Yeah. Hey, let's step over here so nobody hears. Yeah, man, so I think we should do a whole revolution. Jay be record that shit. Oh, for real? That's what you he be recording the whole goddamn conversation. Next thing you know, he delivered that shit right to the man. Yeah, this is what he said. yeah, this is what he said. Next thing you know, he pull a goddamn video up. It be Diddy whispering, "Yeah, man, we need to do a revolution. You know, they trying to play us for a fool, Jay. We gotta take them motherfuckers down." Jay was recording all that shit. What nigga said?
That's crazy, bro.
Trump
That nigga
going
was
lower the age limit to what? Somebody said the medallion was the panic button, right? That shit was a video, recording video and a panic button at the same time. Facts. That shit was intentionally for niggas that wanted to talk to Jay on the side while nobody was around. It's probably video for Jay to study later. he can study niggas at the brunch. Like, he go back and play the video later for himself. Like, yeah, I knew I ain't trust that nigga. Did he just steal? Did he just steal that woman's wallet? Yeah, I knew I couldn't trust that nigga. He's sitting there getting security footage on everybody. Yeah, I wouldn't trust. I wouldn't trust anybody in that game. You gotta assume everybody's out to get you when you in those types of industries. You gotta assume even your best friend get to stab you in the back when you dealing with those types of industries and those types of individuals.
Look at Dame and motherfucking Jay.
Right, you don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
Oh, here it go, right here. Here it go.
2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we're gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence.
See, Diddy was talking all that black united shit. Jay was like, "Oh yeah." Jay was reporting back to the motherfucking feds like, "Yeah, Diddy approached me about starting this black billionaires party, political party and shit." Jay had that face like, "Nigga, this shit ain't happening."
That motherfucking ring
Yeah, you
ring
see
look
that
like
shit?
it does holographic imaging. Like that should have come up like
You
you
see
trying
it?
to access R2D2 and shit, and holograph imaging come out that motherfucker.
Yeah, look at that shit.
That shit look high tech.
You know, the game has been elevated.
Like you see
That shit
you
look
see that
hard.
shit?
It look high tech.
This nigga got a motherfucking
That video come out like a hologram, bro.
right. That nigga got a motherfucking James Bond ring on this shit.
He press a button, that shit come out in hologram. He snitching on motherfuckers on hologram. You see that? You see when Jag was saying that Jay set everybody up. She tried to do. She tried to say that Jay was going around setting everybody he dealt with, he set him up.
Right.
Even went all the way back to Big L and said Jay-Z got Big L set up.
Right. You know, the fuck, that was that schizophrenia talk. That bitch
Nigga
is
said
schizophrenic.
schizophrenia talk.
Yeah, that bitch schizophrenic.
Yeah, you
bro.
remember she claimed that she
Yeah.
saved 3 girls from Epstein Island.
Yeah.
How the fuck you get? How did Jack get on Epstein Island? He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't remember. He don't like black. Remember, he don't like niggas on it. He don't like black women. Epstein didn't
Yeah,
allow
Jack.
black women on his island. Only Naomi
Yeah.
Campbell, and she still ain't. She ain't considered black to him.
Right. Jack, where the fuck you get a boat from? You
Yeah.
30 cents away from out of the quarter. How the fuck you get a boat? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? She
You know
was
what I'm
so
saying?
raggedy, she got laid out and put them on.
Hey. Hey. She
Eat a whole lot of a donut.
Right. Raggedy motherfucker.
Fucker. Where she get a boat to save 3
Right.
women?
Well, they got a boat. Like, bitch, you 30 cents away from having a quarter. How the fuck you got
Who
a
was
boat?
the inside man for Jack? She had to have an inside man to be able to save them from the island. Would the
Jack
women just
crazy
happen
as
to be
shit,
running
bro.
towards the waters? And she seen them while she was driving by her boat? How the hell did that happen?
Jack crazy as shit, bro.
or let me think, she had her own private plane, or somebody helicopter her out there. Who the fuck knows how she got out there? But she
Man,
saved
Jack
3
was
women
dreaming
from
of
an
that.
island.
She was dreaming of that shit, man. This motherfucker dream she had. You know what I'm saying?
And then she was talking like she knew Naomi Campbell personally.
She don't know motherfucking Naomi.
She know Naomi Campbell.
Jack talked all that shit. She was up there at Mar-a-Lago with Trump and them. She talked all that Epstein shit and all that shit she was talking.
And she walked right into the
She
hands of the enemy. They could have
she
poisoned her
walked right up
fucking
there
drink or
with the
something.
motherfucking Mar-a-Lago. She up there at Trump Mar-a-Lago and shit. And talking all that Epstein shit and all that shit. Like, nigga, he was cool with Epstein. He was up there at Mar-a-Lago and he friends with Epstein and all that. Try to talk that shit. Motherfuckers be opportunists out here, man. Motherfuckers be talking all that righteous shit. Be opportunists. You know what I mean?
Man, y'all haven't already, man. Y'all gotta
Yeah, we
double
about
tap
to
that screen
double tap
and
the
like
screen.
that video.
Like this video, share.
Share
We
that
are
shit.
gonna do the live stream we're gonna do a show on the islands because it's just not Epstein Island that was occupied. We're gonna look into all
Yeah,
these other
Nickelodeon
islands.
Island.
Yeah, we're gonna look at it all these other islands. We're gonna, look into who got islands, who was part of Epstein network that got islands, with celebrities, with politicians, got their own island. You know what I mean? We gonna
Man,
yeah.
that must be
Yeah.
the life, man, to be able to own your own damn island. God
Right.
damn. We let these niggas live this good that they owning islands and shit, and they doing all this wicked shit with our bread. All the support that we giving them. And we
Right.
letting them be able to afford whole islands? That's crazy to me. That's
Yeah.
crazy to me. Whole islands, bro.
Whole islands.
They owning whole islands.
Gilligan's Island, Hans Island, the Island,
The
Gulligan
island
Island,
of Dr. Monroe,
Gullah Island, Jekyll Island.
Squid
Yep.
Game Island,
All these
Hans
fucking islands.
Island,
The Campbell, Naomi Campbell
the
Island.
movie The Island.
Yeah, shit, all types of shit. Vatican Island.
Vatican Island. Nigga stupid.
Right.
Nigga said Tiffany Haddish just bought an island.
I ain't hear about that shit.
Fuck, she get an island from?
Right.
She got a discount.
She got a discount. I ain't even gonna play.
She got the
She got a
discounted
discount
joint.
island.
Like, where the fuck she get the island from?
Right. She got a Long Island iced tea. That's
She
all the
got
fucking thing she
exactly.
got. The only thing a Long Island iced tea, motherfucker.
Yeah, like where the fuck she get an island from? What that shit was? That shit must have been on a discount.
She got a Timu Island. She got a Timu Island.
She bought that shit from Timu. That shit made out of plastic. That shit made out of plastic jugs. She got plastic. She got a plastic jug island. She got a island made out of plastic jugs. Fuck, she get it. They got a Timu island made out of plastic jugs and shit. What the fuck she get? Somebody, somebody said that she just bought an island, though, bro. Oh man, we ignorant as hell. What if she did buy an island, man? What if our island is beautiful, man? We just sitting here clowning somebody who just bought an island.
Listen, man, she
I
a
know,
comedian. We just clowning. She a fucking comedian. She understand. Shit.
Somebody said, hold on. Somebody said, come on, y'all. How y'all gonna hate on Jag? You don't know the history.
Oh man.
Oh,
we
ain't even gonna break down. We ain't hating on no Jag.
That.
You just don't know the history between us and Jag.
Yeah. Yeah, we ain't hating on her, but we know she
We're
ain't
not
saved
hating. We just telling the truth.
Yeah, we just know she ain't saved 3 women from Epstein Island, and you know she didn't either.
She saved 3 women from Timu Island. She saved 3 women from Timu Island. She thought it was Epstein Island. It was Timu Island. It's the same island that they claim Tiffany Haddish just bought.
All right. What you talking about?
Yo, I can't. Yo, this shit is Yo, it's like the shit gets sillier and sillier, man. The information that just comes out of left field.
Right. Tell them, Buck. No, you don't get us started. Please don't get us started. Cause we'd be here for a whole nother fucking hour going in on her dumb ass.
Like this niggas, I don't know why my mind went there, man. The first thing I'm thinking, how the fuck she get an island? Well, she must have got it on discount. Like I don't
like I said, Long Island iced tea.
Fuck this bitch get coupons for an island. They got that shit on discount. It's that easy to just buy islands now, huh? It's just island property.
I mean, it depends if you're getting it in the cheap country, somewhere in the cheap ass country. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's possible.
Somebody said she better not have bought an island with her background. Remember that weird video she did with Aries Spears? Oh yeah, I forgot all about that shit.
Yeah.
Did you see how we forget about all that? Somebody remembers. Somebody remember. I forgot all about that shit that she did with Aries Spears.
She got it for free.
With the kids and all that. Yeah. That skit.
Yeah, shit crazy, bro.
Right, Groupon tickets and shit. Like, what the fuck she got? Yeah, that shit caught me out of love. Yeah, Tiffany Haddish just bought an island. What?
Yeah,
she get an island from? Fuck, she get an island from?
She seen one of them Timu ads.
You buy yourself a whole island and shit on Timu.
Right. All right. I know a lot of y'all gonna probably watch the motherfucking Super Bowl, so let y'all prepare for that Super Bowl and shit. Fucking, I mean,
it's all scripted.
Shit. Right.
It's all script.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Somebody said her island came in a Happy Meal. Yo, that's.
Oh, y'all crazy.
We ain't even mean to go in on. I like Tiffany Haddish. I wasn't even trying to go in on. It just that information just caught me off guard because it was like, oh, this is like anybody getting the island now, huh? Everybody's buying islands now, huh?
Yeah, shit crazy. I believe. And she probably bought an island somewhere in one of them countries where it's cheap and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Timu. Let me stop.
Long Island iced tea and shit.
Oh yeah, I was just fucking around, man. This is just all jokes.
Shit crazy.
Fuck, you find the island with a discount. You buy an island. She got a good discount on that island.
Hell yeah. Crazy.
Somebody said she ain't buying no damn island.
Right. Somebody here lying on Tiffany Haddish and shit. Yeah, lying on
Yeah,
Tiffany Haddish.
that's what niggas really want to say. Like, yeah, she ain't buying no damn island.
It's crazy. That's some wild shit, man.
That somebody said Tiffany Haddish jokingly yet passionately claimed to own a private island in what Eritrea, Africa? Where the fuck is that at? I never even heard of that.
Nah.
Stating in late 2025, she bought it to invest in land after her acting projects.
Okay. Hey, well, shout
Well,
out to
she
Tiffany
said it
Haddish for buying the
jokingly.
island. Oh,
Sometimes you gotta just accept shit as a joke. I mean, hey man, she did
it
buy her
is
own
what it is.
island, fantasy island. Like,
Fancy island.
I mean, shit.
Yeah, Gil
Somebody said, "Why
again.
y'all joking?"
Skipper
Somebody said,
too.
"Somebody said, why y'all joking? At least one of y'all would have took y'all ass to that island. What island? Who island? All right, let's clear this up. What island are we talking about? Because I ain't just stepping my feet on some goddamn island of just any old island, knowing what they do on them islands. Who island you talking about?
Gilligan's Island.
You talking about? Yeah, Gilligan's Island, right?
Yeah, Gilligan and Skipper too. The millionaire and his wife.
Who
The
island?
movie star. Professor Ring. Marianne. Here on Gilligan's Island. Mhm.
Nah, I think Tiffany Haddish she would get Gullah Gullah Island.
Y'all crazy. Now we just silly, man. We about to tell about that. We just being silly, man.
She bought Gullah Gullah Island and shit. The movie set, Nickelodeon, the
Damn,
movie set. She bought the actual set from Gullah Gullah Island.
That's
That
fucking
shit was on
crazy.
sale.
That's crazy.
They was cleaning out they was cleaning out their prop room and shit and found a whole set that you could piece together. And it'd be Gullah Gullah Island and shit.
All right, so at least we know
They saying
Epstein ain't
LeBron
going.
got one too? Damn, all the motherfuckers got island.
Now we ain't accusing them niggas of having some, Epstein shit going on the island, but
Nah.
we definitely going, because you never know. You never know some of these motherfuckers get in a position of power and just run wild with that shit.
Shit, let me get a motherfucking island. I want an island. So they handing out islands like this now? I want an island.
Handing out islands. bunch of pedo islands. All right, yeah, that shit
Nah,
crazy.
them islands that wasn't meant for that though.
Right.
Those islands wasn't meant for that bullshit that they doing on them islands.
Yeah, right. Rikers Island. Right. Fucking Rikers Island.
All right, we forgetting any islands. Any islands.
But we ain't supposed to be doing that right now. That's supposed to be saved for the island live stream that
Well, we ain't going into depth. We just talking about just the island period.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But,
Niggas is just saying any old thing. Everybody getting silly at this point.
Right. Make sure y'all subscribe though while y'all here.
Facts.
We got a lot more content, a lot more shows that we're gonna be doing based off this shit. A lot more information to continue putting out there. So subscribe to this channel, double tap the screen, like this video, share it. Yeah, I mean, we definitely appreciate it.
Blink twice. Mind control drugs and Jello pudding pops. Yeah. Yo, that's wild, bro. Yeah, that shit. I know you ain't see Blink twice yet, JR, but
nah, I'm
the
at
shit
to watch
that Diddy was talking about in that auction, that's the same type shit that's what the whole movie is about.
It all take place on the island.
Right. It's literally like the same shit that Diddy was talking about, the same shit that they blaming Epstein for. It's literally about that. Yo, make sure y'all like this video, man. Share this, John. If y'all want to support us, man, y'all can also support us by going to nightandayherbals.com. We sell our own natural products. We got high quality CBD on there. We got hair care products, skin care products.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got CBD in the form of pre-rolls, herbal
We got
cigarettes,
we got that Diddy oil.
You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all head over to Night and Day Herbals. The link to the website is pinned to the top.
Yeah, we got that Diddy oil.
Also in the description. And there's also the QR code. You can just scan that and that'll get you to nightandayherbals.com.
Yeah, we got that Diddy oil on there. Make sure y'all get some of that Diddy oil. Yeah,
Shout out to y'all who've been purchasing from us too, man. We definitely been shipping y'all orders out. You know what I mean? Shipping high quality products out to y'all. You know what I mean? We definitely appreciate y'all business.
Get them CBD cigarettes too. We got them CBD cigarettes on there. We got different different strands on there. We got lavender, different herbal CBD cigarettes. And they're the best. I like lavender, pure patch.
All the herbs we use is organic and they grown in season. All the herbs we use are organic and they grown in season, so they like the highest quality.
Pre-rolls on there, and we also got some Delta flower. You know what I mean? There's some other CBD flower. So yeah, we got some good ass products on there, man. Y'all check that shit out, man. Order y'all something, man. We ship that out to y'all, get that to y'all, man. You know what I mean? Definitely appreciate all y'all business,
Hell yeah. We got islands for sale on there. For those of y'all trying to buy an island.
Somebody said association with Diddy. Fuck yous. We don't associate with Diddy, man. We just playing around.
Who said we associated with Diddy?
Somebody
who said that?
Dave
Somebody ain't saying that. Somebody said
with
that?
Diddy. Fuck yous. Nah, I don't know if they was talking about us. I guess they probably was just could have been talking about Naomi and some shit. I don't know.
Nah, we definitely ain't tied to no Diddy. No Diddy.
Shit, Diddy ain't even tied to no goddamn Diddy. He been reduced down to Sean Combs.
The inmate.
The inmate number 456789.
I thought I told you that we won't stop.
You know what I'm saying? He said, I said it. Okay, you said it.
All right, tough guy.
Okay. Tough guy. Yeah, but
y'all guys tied to Diddy.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all coming through. Yeah, we gonna get up. I don't know. I guess we gonna get up out of here, man. Catch y'all on the next show.
Right. We definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Follow us on all our platforms too. We Night and Day Network on all platforms. Also follow us on our other YouTube channel, Night and Day Network LLC, and Night and Day Cartoons.
Yeah, Night and Day
our
True
animation.
Crimes,
and Night and Day True Crimes. We also got a crime channel. So we got a bunch of channels for y'all to check out.
A lot of content, man. We got a lot of content, man. Content is king. We got a lot of content. If y'all into we got the animation channel. Make sure y'all check out our cartoons on the 9-Day Cartoon Network. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of goddamn content, man.
Thank you, man. Somebody said Night and Day are legendary. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
We definitely appreciate that. That just made me feel good right now. We legendary.
Right. Yeah, the people say it, they say it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. You know what I mean? And on that note, shit, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Catch y'all niggas on the rebound.
Peace.
Introducing the Night and Day Self-Care Collection. Pure herbal soap and body oil, crafted from high-quality natural ingredients. nightandayherbals.com.
Self-care starts here. Pure herbal soap, luxury body oil, high-quality natural ingredients. Shop the Self-Care Collection now at nightandayherbals.com.